I'm here with Jack Della Maddalena here in Montreal. Jack, let's get straight into it. You've said you've been called to save the UFC from Belal. Why do you think the UFC needs saving from him?
No, he's all right. He's all right. I think the UFC just needs a good finishing champion. You know, someone's going to put on finishes. But it's good. I'm happy to be here.
All right, it's good to have you here fighting for a title. Now, you've said you're going to get it done in one, and it's retirement time for him. What makes you so confident you're going to get it done so quickly?
I think I've got the skills to beat him. I think I'm a better striker, more accurate. Got the power. I think I can take him out.
Now, Belal is not the biggest fan favourite online, and a lot of fighters and fans have disrespected him. I want to show you this video. Now, tell me if this is warranted. DC's getting it wrong there.
Just said, who is the 170 champ? Best to not be as entertaining and just to be better. At the same time, you don't have to be Belal.
Now, why do you think he cops so much disrespect from fighters and fans?
I don't know. I think it's just his style. You know, I think it's you could say it's a bit of a boring style, and then I think it's just become a bit of a trend. You know, just ripping him a bit, but. He's solid, you know. I'm not overlooking him. I expect a tough fight.
Do you ever have a laugh at some of the things you see online about Belal?
You got to have a laugh, you know. But yeah, expecting a good fight.
Okay.
Nonetheless.
Now he says he has Canelo Alvarez hands.
Yeah.
Do you think his boxing's up there with one of the best boxers in the world?
Nah, I don't think so. I think it's completely different to Canelo's. You know, Canelo's like a heavy combination puncher, and he's got those heavy shots. But yeah, he's not. Nah, I don't think so.
On the back of that, he said he's not even going to try and take you down. He's going to show off his Canelo hands.
Yeah.
Do you think he's bullshitting? Do you think he's just saying that to get in your head?
I think he'll dip the toes. You know, obviously if he gets the success on the feet, I'm sure he'd be happy to stay there. But I don't think he's going to get it. I think he'll resort back to his bread and butter, and I think he'll shoot takedowns. I think he'll resort back to his best route to victory, which I believe lies in the grappling.
Well, I want your main event prediction. Jack Della versus Belal Muhammad. How do you get it done?
I think I'll take him out. Round 5, I'll take him out deep in the fight. Championship rounds, I'll take him out deep, late in round 5.
Similar to Gilbert Burns, let it go, let him gas out a bit, and then you catch him.
Rope-a-dope, and then take him out.
Let's go. Now, you've been training with Craig Jones. Now, there was CCTV footage that came out of you putting Craig Jones to sleep. What did that feel like?
The footage, it was good. It was good footage.
Yeah, putting one of the best grapplers to sleep. You know, did it give you a big confidence booster going into this?
Yeah, I mean, training with Craig every day has been helping a lot. You know, it's helping the confidence. He's teaching me a lot of stuff, and I feel like we've got the tools to get Belal out of there.
Now, some people online said maybe that CCTV footage was a bit bullshit. Maybe you're trying to get in Belal's head. Was it legit? Did you actually tap him? Did you put him to sleep?
I saw it with my own eyes. You guys did.
Okay, I like it. Now, the thing, Belal has gone back and forth with Craig online, and he said he's going to do what Khabib did and jump the cage and go Craig Jones on the outside. How do you think that fight goes outside the cage?
It's not happening, you know. I think Belal's going to be, he's going to be in a pool of blood, you know. He's not going to be worried about jumping no cage.
There you go. If it did happen, Craig said it might go to decision. Do you think Belal tries to get a decision outside the cage?
Yeah, I think he'd go for a decision. There'll be enough judges there to judge the fight.
Garry is the backup fighter for this. He only fought 2 weeks ago. Do you think if he has to step in, that it's enough time to recover and he'll be ready?
I mean, I guess so. It wasn't a, I don't think he took too much damage. You know, I guess he must have had to pass some medical things. So I think it's good. Obviously, good to have the backup here just in case anything falls through. And good on him for stepping up and doing that.
Now he said he wants Belal to win and obviously set himself up for a potential opportunity. Yeah. And he says he thinks Belal walks through you respectfully. Why do you think he's got it so wrong?
I think he's just hoping, you know. I think he's hoping Belal wins. That's how I see it. I think a lot of the welterweights just hoping Belal wins.
Islam Makhachev says he wants to wait. The reports online say Islam wants to wait and see what happens in your fight before making the call to jump up to welterweight. Do you welcome that fight? Do you welcome Islam coming up and maybe getting revenge for Volk?
Yeah, for sure. You know, he's obviously pound for pound great, so you got to respect the work he's done. He's also done a lot of good work at lightweight, so I think the step up in weight class is warranted in his circumstances. So yeah, for sure, definitely welcome that fight.
As a big first title defence, that'd be pretty huge.
Yeah, massive. You know, getting the world title, then find the pound for pound goat, it'd be pretty good back-to-back fights.
100%. Now, there's been big debates online with some boring boxing fights happening just last week. Boxing versus MMA. Why is MMA a more entertaining sport?
I think it's just it's more outcomes, more ways to lose, more ways to win. I think that's it's more how a fight goes down, It's more of a street fight sort of style, and I think it's easy. Yeah, I think that's why it's more exciting.
A bit more action.
A bit more action, A bit more action. There's more ways to lose, more ways to win.
Now, you're one of the best strikers in the UFC. Everyone loves your boxing style. Dana White started his TKO boxing league. Could you ever see yourself getting into boxing down the line?
Yeah, I've got a bit of work to do in the MMA realm, but yeah, for sure, I like boxing. I've always enjoyed boxing. Never boxed before, but yeah, I'd be open to that down the line.
So you trained with Volkanovski in the lead up to him regaining the featherweight champion. How was it training with Volkan? How has that prepared you for you winning your title here in Montreal?
Yeah, training with Volk's awesome. He's an experienced world champion. He's fought for the belt many times. So just being able to talk to him about his experience in those big fights. Then obviously just the small details in the training room, seeing how he carries himself. It's inspiring, to see a Aussie bloke doing such big things.
And you saw he recaptured it. Adversity is a privilege. Was that inspiring to you and giving you more motivation to capture the title against Belal and bring it home to Australia?
Yeah, 100%. Everything Vol does is pretty inspiring. He's a legend, one of Australia's greatest athletes, and just to be in the same room with him is pretty special.
That's awesome. Now, this one's a bit of a fun one. Now, you're not going to have the normal commentary team here in Canada. Yeah. Joe Rogan made sure to say that he would rather go to Russia than come to Canada and call the UFC this weekend. Do you think Joe's been a bit harsh on Canada? You've been here for a couple of weeks now.
Yeah, to be fair, Montreal is a cool spot. I like it. So, but obviously, it's obviously more of a political thing. But
yeah.
Fair play, whatever. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah, you're enjoying yourself here.
That's it.
Okay. So, and this has been taken over social media, this question. One Silverback Gorilla versus 100 UFC fighters. Who you got?
I think the Silverback Gorilla.
You're going the Silverback?
Yeah, I think so.
See, a lot of fighters have been saying you take the UFC fighter, but why the Gorilla?
I feel like if you gave me the skill, if you gave me the body of a gorilla, I think I'd clean through 100 UFC fighters.
Okay, there you go. I think it depends on the division as well. Like I feel like middleweight upwards or even welterweight upwards, you should be okay.
It's a bit more sus.
Yeah.
I reckon the gorilla would win.
Okay,
that's how I see it.
Okay, you're taking the gorilla. And I want your last one. What's your final message to Aussie fans getting behind you this weekend? Going to see you capture a belt.
No, it's exciting times. I'm looking forward to bring that belt home. It'd be cool to have two Aussie champions. And can't wait to bring that belt ashore.
There you go. Make sure you're getting behind Jack Della Maddalena fighting Belal Muhammad this weekend. Make sure you catch it on Kayo Sports. Jack, I want to wish you all the best, brother. Can't wait to see you get the W.